everybody. Welcome back to Buddies on Buddies, the show with two real life buddies talking about buddy action comedy movies. I'm Kenny Lane.
I'm Lucas Hill.
Here we are again. How you doing, Lucas?
I'm well. How are you, Kenny?
Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Except I cut off the tip of my thumb
When did you do that?
last week.
Are you just testing the waters for your brisk?
I joined the Yakuza as part
Oh,
of the
wow.
initiation process.
Okay.
Yeah.
You cut it off at work, I take it?
I wish I would have cut it off at work, but it was at home actually.
Wow. Cooking, at least?
Yeah, I was cooking. I was chopping baby carrots. The last baby carrot was not a baby carrot. It was actually my thumb.
Hmm. Did you fry up your thumb and eat it to see if it gave you power?
No, I used it as a fishing bait.
Well, that's cool. Did
Yeah,
you reattach it or is it gone forever?
I think it's gone forever. Do you want to see? Should I hold up the camera here?
Yeah,
It's just
everybody wants to.
it's just the little tip of the thumb here.
That's fun. Yeah, everybody wants to see that.
I don't know. You see it there?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
it's not even like the tip. It's just
little
a
chunk,
little, yeah,
little chunk
it's a
out.
little slice. That's gonna heal over. You're gonna be fine.
Let's hope so. Thanks, bud. I appreciate that.
Yeah, don't worry. I was expecting, a part of the thumb being gone, but you're like, oh, you have a blister. That's all you have.
No, yeah, I'm not a total asshole.
But you got to be careful when you're cutting stuff because you do
Yeah,
it every day or most
mhm,
days and you forget, and all it takes is one little thing, and all of a
yeah.
sudden you're getting stitches.
Playing here, playing Russian roulette, air traffic control. Just pay attention, guys. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, do you still play Russian roulette?
I haven't for a few months now.
We should
I'm out
play.
of the game. Yeah. How about you? What are you up to?
Just working, you know, making it do what it do.
Hmm.
I played golf today, which was nice
That's nice.
in like 105-degree weather, but it was nice.
Yeah. What is your cutoff for the golf weather there in Arizona during the summertime?
I don't know yet. I've been here a few years since I started playing golf, so I'm gonna discover it this year because I'd imagine I want to get it at 115
Hmm.
degrees. Because today was
I
like 102, 103, and it was not that bad. I could do it. I was like, I could do
mhm.
10 degrees more than this. Plus, when it's that hot, it takes you like an hour and a half, 2 hours to do 18 holes because no one else is out there because you're
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you could do 18 at 118.
That's the goal.
There you go. I believe in you.
Thanks. I
Don't
don't
drink any water either.
I don't think I'm leaving the house. It was like so hard. Even today, I was like this dark, cozy, cold house. I'm gonna
Oh
go out
yeah.
in the fucking desert for recreational reasons. Like this is fucking stupid.
Enjoy my day. Yeah.
Yeah, but I did it, and I'm glad I did. But yeah,
Yeah.
how are you aside from your thumb?
Mhm.
What's new in your life?
Well, I passed EMT school. Now I have to pass the test. Got the test going next month. I got my physical for the fire department done. They gave me a tetanus shot about 6 hours before I chopped the end of my thumb off, so it's perfect timing. And yeah, so I can pass my P test, and then we're going from there.
Well, that's exciting. So you're
Yeah,
going to be stabilizing people and ushering them to hospitals?
that's kind of what an EMT does. Yeah, make sure they don't try not to die before we get you to the hospital.
But mostly you're going to places and explaining to people that they're not having a medical event. Isn't that like a big part of the job?
Well, as far as where I live, it's like mostly like a senior community, and a lot of the times they said people think they're having a you know serious medical condition situation, but it turns out not to be it. But it kind of depends where you live, what's going on. Like rural communities, the paramedic school they say like you might deliver babies versus urban. Like paramedics rarely ever do that, but like one rural guy's like delivered like six babies, so it all kind of depends where you're at.
Are you trained to deliver babies?
That's part of the class, yeah.
That's pretty hot.
Hey, thanks, yeah. I pray it never fucking happens because I don't want to do it.
Well, it's good to know you can if I need it.
Yeah, in a jam, I can probably work, whatever.
What movie are we doing today?
Today, we are doing the 1989 film Collision Course, directed by Louis Teague and starring Jay Leno and Pat Morita.
And before we get into this wonderful buddy action comedy, is there anything you watched you want to talk about first?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if I talked to you about it, but I saw the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Hmm.
Yeah, interesting film. Interesting film.
Did you like
Uh,
it?
I liked it all right. I saw the first season or two of The Mandalorian. I think I might have missed a season. Like I kind of left it, never picked it back up. But it was a fine, cute Star Wars movie. I was happier with it than the past few Star Wars movies I think I've seen. So yeah, I liked it. But it's again nothing like oh wow, you got to see it. It's yeah.
It's passable. It's passable entertainment for summer blockbuster.
Oh yeah, sure. They did a fine job. And if you like Star Wars, definitely check it out. But if you don't like Star Wars, there's no reason to see it.
Did you like The Last Jedi?
Not really. I had kind of mixed feelings about it. It was strange because that usually was like people either loved it or hated it, and I was just kind of lukewarm on it. I just thought, well, yeah, it's kind of whatever.
You're a fascinating creature.
Hey, I'd argue if I could, man, but
I do want to talk about one thing we both watched because I
yeah,
saw your letterbox and I kind of was like, oh, that's a Netflix. I'll watch that too.
yeah,
The untold episode of Chess Mates.
yeah, chessmates, yeah, fucking great.
So about the guy who was accused of cheating against Magnus, or
Uh,
whatever his fucking name is.
Magnus,
Like,
yeah, the longtime world champion.
that guy's a fucking cheater. He shouldn't be able to play chess. Like I know he's good at chess, but he's admitted to cheating in the past. They've caught him cheating
Yeah,
hundreds of times.
right.
He shouldn't be allowed to play chess.
Well, how did
Crazy?
he cheat on an open board like that though? Did he
Well,
have
they
anal
said
beads?
that's I don't think that, but they said that they couldn't prove he was cheating on open board. That's fine.
Yeah,
But it's like just because we didn't catch you this time, you've admitted to cheating hundreds of times in the
yeah.
past.
Oh yeah, they're well. I thought they were both kind of like King of Kong was kind of like reminded me of that kind of documentary. But King of Kong had a villain and a guy you rooted for. This one, I didn't really. Both of them are kind of shit, like being shitty. I don't know.
You're crazy. One of them is like a dedicated chess player
Uh huh. I
who,
think you. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
and the other is a punk ass bitch white boy kid
Oh, I'm
who
not saying
thinks
that
he's
guy
all
isn't a
this
punk ass.
shit.
I'm not saying that guy isn't a punk ass bitch white boy kid. I think though Magnus was pissed off that he lost on an open board to this punk ass bitch ass kid, and that's why he was like, "No, he's cheating." I don't know how, but he is.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny that once under scrutiny, he couldn't win against him again. Like
Yeah.
once
Well,
he
it was
realized he
close.
can't.
It was close though. Yeah.
And no, I understand where Magnus is coming from. He's like, I play chess a lot. I played against him. There's no way he could know those like
Yeah.
this isn't like, oh wow, you got lucky. This is chess. Like
Yeah.
it's a little different than that.
I think he might have got lucky a couple times on the open boards, but pissed Magnus off.
No, I think you're wrong in your observation of these two characters. The kid's a
Okay.
punk. He cheated. He had to have. I still think
Yeah.
he's a great chess player. Don't get me wrong. He just cheated at those moments to get a leg up before he got to the point. And now he's at the point where he's competitive, but still can't touch Magnus. Magnus is one of the best ever, though he's been losing a lot lately.
Well, I mean,
Anyway,
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that could be the case, but I just love the dialogue from the movies. Like, I've had to tell 4 people today that I don't have anal beads in my ass.
I bet Magnus loves that shit too.
Oh, I'm sure.
He's like, that's what you get for cheating. You're the anal beads guy now. Let's get to collision course.
Collision course. Let's do it.
Um, do you want me to do the plot summary?
Sure. Yeah.
This is your movie, by the way. You really wanted to do this.
Well,
So I don't know, I get kind of angry when you pick the movie.
yeah.
Um,
Why do you get so angry when I pick the movie? Like, what fuels that fire in you?
because 9 times out of 10, it's a shitty fucking movie.
Oh, unlike some of your picks.
Yeah, my picks are golden.
Oh,
Like my,
they're all just new pieces of shit that come on the streaming channels.
yeah, golden.
Yeah, golden. Got it.
So Japanese guy goes to Detroit to sell a Japanese prototype to American car manufacturers, and
Hmm.
a Japanese inspector follows him after his murder and teams up with an American detective, and they try to crack the case of these people are stealing car stuff.
Yeah, something like that. I saw it like I think on Tuesday, but I'm trying to remember exactly what happened.
Did you take notes?
I did.
Well, we'll don't worry about those. We'll start with mine.
Sure.
Uh,
Here's a problem though. When we start with your notes because you always start with your notes.
mhm.
You yell at me sometimes for not taking enough notes, but when I take notes, you usually cover most of the shit that I have written down. So now I'm scrambling to figure out what did you not already say. So I have to think of things that I think you won't think. Anyway, go ahead.
I just like, do you want to break our winning formula right now?
We can't. We can't. Not at this stage.
Because I'm willing to go. You know what? Let's do your notes this time.
My notes first.
Yep.
Well, I lied. I didn't actually take any notes. No, I was kidding.
I didn't even see the movie.
Well, okay. So that Japanese guy that gets killed off like the first scene, that's the bad guy from Karate Kid Part 2, right? Also with Pat Morita.
I don't fucking know.
Well, but should we go over what we overall thought of this before we get into the
Oh,
notes?
sure,
Or
sure. Did you like the movie in general?
uh, well, it's another one of those that that's it's rated so poor, like 4.9 or something, way lower than some of the worst ones I felt that we've reviewed on here. So I had very low expectations going into it. I didn't think it was that bad as far as like the bottom of the barrel of shit we've watched. Also, not it's not the worst movie ever, as people say, but not a lot to recommend either.
Yeah, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, all right, great. Let's get into your precious notes.
my precious notes. Here we go. Here comes the first precious notes
Okay,
fastball at you.
Karate
Okay,
Kid Part Two villain.
hey, Brett, is that the guy? You're like, I don't know. Okay, well, I think it is.
Okay.
Their chemistry is non-existent. I think in this one. What did you think?
Well, the problem is they don't actually connect until like 40 minutes into the movie. That's when their partnership actually starts to occur. That's pretty fucking long into a buddy cop action movie when
Yeah,
they actually fully become partners or
Leveled
start
up. Yeah,
to. So they don't have time to develop a relationship.
yeah. What do you think about the leads? Let's talk about the leads.
Pat Morita, is it
Marita, yeah,
Morita?
Pat Marita, yeah.
He steals the show. I thought he was fucking no wonder like he's so endearing and charming and
Hmm,
funny and he's got a lot of physical stuff and his face is doing a lot of stuff.
really?
I thought he was great. I really did think he was great. I was like, no wonder they put him in so many movies. He's great.
Wow, I like Pat Morita. I mean, he's Academy Award nominated actor. I thought he was kind of flat. I mean, I thought he was just like kind of. I was expecting more. He's got a couple of scenes where he kind of gets funny and stuff, but I mean, he's. I should say he's. I don't want to tip it, but he's better than Jay Leno. But like, I don't. I guess I was a little let down by Pat Morita, but again, whatever.
No, I wasn't let down at all. I thought
Okay,
he stole every scene he was in and he was running circles around fucking Jay Leno. No offense to Jay. Look, Kenny
let's
and I
talk
are
about
both big Leno heads. All right.
we call Leno lunatics is the term.
Yeah. Yeah. He sucked. Like, no wonder he was like, I'm just gonna do late night because this is not for me.
Did you buy him as a cop?
No, I didn't buy anything he was selling, but it could be because we grew up with him as the
You think
schlocky
so?
late night guy. Who knows? I'm just saying maybe our judgment is skewed because of that. But he sucked, and he's a weird looking guy.
Weird looking guy, and also he's trying to be like a ladies' man at times, and like,
He wasn't a
yeah.
ladies' man. He just kind of like, can I get your home number? I'm going to need your home number.
Well,
I'm going to
that's
need
what
your home number.
that's the scene. It's supposed to be him like just like yo hitting out like the Jim Belushi type shtick, or I don't know, but like it's didn't work at all. Didn't see
It
the
was
cop. Yeah.
creepy.
Well, I was surprised at how little charisma movie star like is really nothing that for being such a big TV star, and yeah, I don't know.
I also think like there's like when James Bond comes onto women, you're like, I get that because they're so suave and sexy. When a creepy guy
Yeah.
does it, you're like, ugh, you're a freak of.
Watch out, ladies. Get out of the way. Run for your life.
and he does not race his bike in the James Bond lane. Let's say that.
Yeah, probably not. But I mean, Leto also hates this movie, but we'll probably get to that little bit. But let's see here. I noticed that 80s movies in general are like I watched, I think like Officer and a Gentleman, never seen it before last year. 80s movies to me, they're starting to feel and look really old. I mean, they're 40 years ago, but I guess as I grew up with them, I never noticed, but now I'm starting to notice they are starting to feel old, really old.
Like for us, like movies from the 60s or 50s or 40s and stuff. Like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this looked like shit, but also like they don't have any, it hasn't been updated to any modern format. So
Yeah.
like I started on YouTube and I was like, oh, I can't watch it like this. So I rented it and I was like, it's the
Oh, you
same
rented
fucking
it?
thing. It's the
Yeah.
same fucking format as
If
YouTube.
I can,
Yeah. I was like, God damn
someone
it.
ripped it from a VHS, I'm sure, and put it on there. Yeah.
Yeah. Because no one's clamoring for this.
No, and I noticed also YouTube kind of stopped when we started the show like 3 or 4 years ago or something. A lot of these old ones were on. You just stream them on YouTube, no problem. But they've taken YouTube's caught on or somebody, and they've taken most of them off. This one was still on, so obviously no one gives a shit about this movie apparently that was involved in it. There's that funny moment. Pat Morita is at the car show, and he like says, "Oh, what's my name? Dwayne Johnson." That was kind of cute.
Why is
There
it
was
cute? Because it's a reference to The Rock?
Dwayne the Rock. Dwayne Johnson is the name of the Rock. Yeah.
But was it a reference to the actual?
No, the Rock. The Rock was not around. Well, he was around, but he was not famous at all at that point.
Good note. What else you got?
It's just like an action movie. Like, what's your name? Jason Statham. Anyway, yeah. There. So I noticed that during that train scene when they're on the train and like Tom Noonan, one of the surprisingly actually known character actors that's in this movie.
There's a
Uh,
handful of them, actually.
a handful of them, yeah. And they throw a grenade at him, and it goes off. I swear, there's a cut where they get out, and they're like a year or two older, like from when they threw the grenade to when they weren't, or when they get up. Yeah.
So you think that there was reshoots?
Yeah, well, I think I kind of doing a little research. There were massive reshoots, and they started filming this in '87. It came out in Germany in '89 and in America on video in '92. So yeah, the three different directors worked on it. Yeah, but I just think if you watch that scene, there was definitely a time jump.
That's a fascinating note.
Thank you. We'll get to your notes in a minute.
What else you got? What else
I'm
you
sure they're
got?
fucking brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Uh, the freeze. Okay, another thing that goes off that is how like scattered and all this stuff with the directors and the shooting. Randall Tex Cobb, who pops up in a lot of these old '80s movies and stuff, his character just disappears from the movie. Like he's at this scene, this rally, and they kind of talk to each other. He was kind of like the second or third heavy, and then he's never brought up again. So I
Now,
don't.
which one is he? Is he the one from
Raising Arizona.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like he is in the movie predominantly, and then just disappears completely.
So he must have had other work, but that's another fascinating note. What else you got?
Well, I'm just saying that like that's probably what this movie is such a fucking mess. Anyway, ends with a freeze frame. Always love the freeze frame.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got?
All right. It's time to let Daddy cook.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The gun when he first shot it when they're in the junkyard and he kills the junkyard guy, it looked like a laser gun. I'm like, what the hell is that? So I, I,
Yeah,
I looked it up and it's an actual, and they talk about it later in the movie. It's
yeah.
called a gyrojet or
Hmm.
gyrojet, and they were actually real. And they were basically
Yeah,
mini handgun rocket launchers.
yeah. It's a little rocket.
And they were impossible to trace. That's why, but they also cost like $800 a round, even back
Hmm.
then.
Yeah.
But everything they talked about in the movie, that's all legit.
Hmm.
This movie is radically insensitive, which you could understand when it first opens. You're like, here we go. This isn't going to be good. The constant Asian stereotypes and jokes about Asians is just
Well, do you think
nonstop.
more or less than Rush Hour?
Slightly more and slightly less sensitive, but to its credit, it was in the fucking 80s,
80,
whereas Rush
10 years
Hour was,
before Rush Hour. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So I would say Rush Hour is more insensitive given when it was made, but also Rush Hour's intention is to be racially insensitive, both against black people and Asian people, but whatever.
There was the line where like Pat Marie's on the phone or in the police station, and J Lo says something like, who you calling? Godzilla? Good stuff.
Yeah, and it's full of that. Like, hey, get General Chow's chicken out of my office. It's just
Yeah.
constant with that bullshit.
Who was that giant basketball player that was on I think the Knicks? He was Asian. What was his name? Uh,
Wilt Chamberlain? I don't know.
Asian.
Oh, Asian. Are you talking about Len?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
He
said
wasn't
when
giant, he was
guys
a
were,
point guard.
well, no, the really tall
Oh, you're
center that
talking
was
about
the
Miao
Asian guy.
Ying. He was
Mao
Houston
Ying. There
Rockets.
you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Okay. Okay. He said was getting guarded. They would always talk trash. They'd always just say Chinese food. Like, hey, pork chow mein. Hey, egg roll. Hey, that. That was like all of them. It would just, it's constantly just food.
What would you say if you were trying to get under his skin?
Hey, flower drum song. Come here.
Hey, you beautiful Japanese garden, let's go. I think he's Chinese, but it doesn't matter. Ernie Hudson is in this, and he is absolutely wasted. I would,
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, he was. And then, was he though? Yeah, I was like,
and I clocked like his screen presence is so great. It's like no wonder he's a fucking,
mm-hmm.
movie star. It's like he must be the big bad or something. And then they just did nothing with him. It's like, why is he in this movie? He's too good.
Well, I think it probably his parts got cut out and stuff like that. Another thing with the reading the production of the movie was that they ran out of money. Deal Rentis, the company, ran out of money, so they left a lot of scenes unshot.
Could be right. Could be right because he disappears from the movie as well. There's a lot of round and chasing, especially in the
Mm-hmm.
first half. Like that's all the action is, like him and chasing other people and chasing
Yeah,
Pat, and it's not action, and it's just kind of tiresome. I
yeah.
did like when Pat Morita gets in the stupid fucking dry cleaner hanger thing and he's running
Mm-hmm.
through the airport in it with his head covered. Like that shit's funny to me. It's
Good
stupid,
stuff.
but yeah, it's good stuff.
Well, I mean, we got to talk about the jumping through the windshield, which is probably the
Well,
best.
we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay, so I didn't mean to tip your
No, I
awesome note.
mean, just my notes are perfectly curated. All right.
Can you get that T-shirt, please? Like, just rock it. Perfectly
My
curated.
notes are perfectly curated. The score is incredibly annoying. It's like AI
Yes.
did, like, what is your Buddy Action Cop movie score? Here it
Mm-hmm.
is. Because
Yeah.
it is repetitive and incredibly annoying and constant. Uh, we already did that one. The main antagonist isn't a threat at all. He is the least threatening main antagonist I've ever seen in a movie.
That's Chris Sarandon. That's the Al Pacino's boyfriend from Dog Day Afternoon and Prince and Princess Bride.
Oh yeah, 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 from Princess Bride. Now I reckon, yeah, well, he sucked in this. No offense to him, but like
Yeah,
I feel no threatening vibes from him whatsoever.
yeah.
I thought he was the least presence of any villain we've tackled on this series.
Just least intimidating villain
Yeah,
we've got so far.
yeah,
Okay.
he sucks. Um, Leno and Cars. This is very car oriented. We both know
Uh-huh.
Leno loves his cars. As
Yeah.
no lunatics, we know he loves his cars. Do you think that drew him to this project? Do you think
Well,
this turned him on the cars? I'm sure he was always into cars. Leno doesn't do anything, you know, without thinking
this
it through.
feels I think Leto had a lot of influence on this movie because looking at the directors, as far as the original director was director of Purple Rain, and he left during pre-production. And then Bob Clark came on, who did like Loose Cannons, which we reviewed previously. But depending on who you talk to, Bob Clark was either on it for 5 days or 5 months, one of those two. But Leto said that like, well, we saw the first cut. I didn't think it was funny, so brought on Louis Teague basically. So he was able to have enough influence to, I think Bob Clark kicked off the project, was the director, and bring on another director. So I mean, obviously, it might have been his kind of baby. I don't know.
I guess because he was hot item at the time, Leno was.
Yeah,
So They probably were trying to make it his vehicle as much as possible. Let's see. Leno is a weird looking guy. We already got that covered.
You want to make sure to hit that though.
I thought the set deck was great. Like the police station looked lived in. His generic
Mhm.
cop apartment looked lived in. Like I thought, I know it's a weird thing to notice, but I thought
Well,
it was
that's
useful.
competently made. I mean, it's not a total like some of those we have like cop out or partners were like, what the fuck were they even thinking? Like, at least I think this you could see there was some talent behind this, even though it didn't really work.
I just say it's basically Rush Hour, which it is. Like I'm surprised there aren't more in jokes in Rush Hour about this movie. Maybe there
Why
are.
no one would remember even back then remembers Collision Course, I
You know
think.
who would remember it? I'd
Who's
remember.
that?
You'd remember it. We'd go, good for Rush Hour for calling that out.
Good for a Collision Course reference? Yeah. Yeah.
It's mostly a pretty boring movie. There's not it gets better in the last act when they finally have a car chase and about a movie about
Yeah.
cars in Detroit.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, we're finally getting a car chase. And it's
Mhm.
competently done. Not the best thing in the world, but it's
Yeah.
done well.
Yeah.
And then they go in the Grand Prix or whatever, and those race cars are
Yeah,
going
but
by.
is the Indy 500 or Detroit 500 just happening? That's a pretty big coincidence, but hey, it works kind of.
But you know what sucks about that is like, oh, they set it up and like, oh, they're and then they just like drive through. There's no like action sequence happening during it. Like they're not
Yeah, there's
pursued
nothing
by
there to add.
anybody. Yeah, it's just fucking pointless. And yeah, my final note is that finale with Pat Morita jumping through the windshield with a fucking drop kick into the driver is
Yeah,
fantastic and worth the
well,
price of admission.
almost decapitates him or something too. Yeah, that's a chef kiss for that one.
Yeah, that was fantastic. And it's set up that he doesn't know karate or anything. So what the fuck? How does he
No,
want to do that right now?
I think that was a rushed ending or something. Like, and then there's both lying there bloody, like, "Hey, good job, partner." And then, I don't know.
Yeah, so those are all my notes, and I think that anybody can be the judge of whose notes were better, but we're not going to go there.
No, hey, if you want to take that away from me, you want to be the better note taker. Fine, Secretary Lucas. You got that on me.
Well, I just think in the future we just stick to the established formula. It works for a reason, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to stray from this winning
No,
formula,
it's
like you
fine.
said.
No,
Yeah,
no, I appreciate you. You want to play some jazz every now and then, it's
yeah.
all very experimental. This is a
You
hobby.
try to challenge the king, and you get knocked down. It's okay. It happens.
It's cute. All I'm saying is your notes were
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
So overall, how would you rate this movie?
Like I said, I didn't think it was that bad as far as this stuff goes. I mean, I'd probably be generous giving it like 2.5. I think, it's probably more like a 2 star. It's not terrible. I didn't think it was like, especially for buddy action comedy movies go. It's fine or ish, but it's also, there's nothing really to recommend it. And I could tell these there's like production problems.
Yeah, I would say it's a 2.5 star buddy action comedy as a movie. Like if you're talking about an actual movie, it's 2 star at best. At best. And that's being generous because could you go to a normal person and go, you should check out this movie? It's
Oh
two
no!
stars.
Like,
No,
well, a
yeah.
lot of stuff we review on here, I would never recommend this to anybody. But if you're, like I said, if you're into this kind of movies or curious about Jay Leno or something, give it a watch. But even then, it's not like it has anything that cool or funny or anything really in it.
Yeah, and Jay Leno's he has lines, but they're not funny. Like he's like a
So
sick asshole, and then he like tries to hit on women by getting their home numbers. And it's a repeated joke. Like, put your home number on this. It's fucking weird. And then they become friends with like the Kodak girl, like
yeah.
who's developing their.
So I know you said we're kind of sarcastic earlier, being a Leno fan. So you're not a Leno fan.
No, I'm not a Leno fan, but I grew up. I was cool. I stayed up late and watched Conan. Leno was
Yeah,
for the parents.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, no, I wasn't a Leno fan.
Well, I've read some books about the old comedy stores, being a comedy nerd and stuff. And back in the day when there was all these big comics, like the early '80s and stuff, or late '70s, and you hear a lot of them like all like looked up to Leno like, oh, that's the guy. He's the one that got it. And I was like, well, maybe his stuff was, edgier or something back then. But then I see clips and it's just not. It's like, the Rolling Stones used to be hip. Now they might break a hip. You know what I'm saying? And like, this is the guy you're all looking up to.
No, the comedian said they would stop everything when Leno was up to go and watch him. They would be on the
Yeah,
side watching Leno do his act.
yeah,
Even fucking David Letterman. And it's like,
right. They're like a team almost for a little bit. Yeah,
yeah, I don't see it either. But again, we grew up in a different generation, so I don't know.
yeah. I don't know. Well, some of those old comics, I'm just like bewildered why they're so revered. I guess I don't know.
Like, what's his name? The edgy guy who died relatively young.
Sam Kinison,
No, 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 no. The fuck me. I shouldn't even bring it up if I can't even pull the name out of my head.
Lenny Bruce.
No, no, that's more modern. But he would talk about society and shit like that. And then
Oh, Bill Hicks.
Bill Hicks. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
And like I remember our mutual buddy Andy used to love Bill Hicks. I was like, I don't get it. I never got it. Like, I just don't think he's funny, and I don't know.
Well, it was smart. It was kind of like it's kind of one of those guys who's trying to blow your mind, like with. But it gets to the point where like, are you just yelling at me and or do you is it? I thought we were supposed to be jokes here.
Yeah, but George Carlin could do that and also be funny.
Yeah,
Bill Hicks was like, uh, anyway, that's my taste in humor. I like
yeah.
funny jokes and I like good notes.
Like cold beer, funny jokes.
What are we doing next week?
I think it's your pick. What do you got?
Um, Thelma and Louise?
Comedy?
Action?
Action? Buddies?
I'll have to look into it and decide. We have some time. So all that said, you want to get into politics?
Sure. Shoot. What do you got?
What do you think about this whole Strait of Hormuz thing?
Sounds a little crooked to me.
But it's straight.
Sounds a little crooked to me.
um, how do you feel about it in that Iran is not a good government? They were murdering protesters left and right. And
With
then
who?
and then US comes in and starts
Uh-huh.
bombing them, and which
Uh-huh.
gives Israel the green light to bomb their fucking countries they want to bomb. And you're like,
Uh-huh.
hey, leave Iran alone. Like, wait a minute. Like, Iran's horrible too. Who are we rooting for here? Who are you rooting
Uh,
for?
who am I rooting for?
Yeah.
Oh, the U.S., baby. Always, number one. Can do no wrong.
And what about the World Cup coming up? I was like looking forward to the World Cup for years, and now I'm like, what do we do
Oh,
now?
I've rooted for Iran in the World
Oh, me
Cup.
too.
Not in regular life.
I'm the same. Fuck Iran, but I am rooting for them in the World Cup.
Yeah,
That
I
would
mean,
be
I know, I
hilarious.
know, I know a winning team when I see one.